Worried by the impact of the judgment of the Supreme Court on the fate of the All Progressive Congress APC, President Muhammadu Buhari yesterday directed Vice President Yemi Osibanjo to meet with all ministers who are lawyers in his cabinet. The move was meant to douse the tension sparked by the minority ruling of the Apex Court on the legality of actions taken by the party's caretaker and extraordinary National Convention Planning Committee (CECPC), headed by Governor Mai Mala Buni of Yobe State. But many of the state chapter of the party were still in the grip of tension last night as they prepared for the World Congresses today. At least one state, Kwara, may hold parallel congresses despite threats yesterday by the CECPC to sanction anyone organizing a parallel congress. Sequel to Buhari's directives, Osibanjo summoned a session with the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Malam Abubakar Malami San, Works Minister Babatunde Fashola San, Minister of State for Labor and Employment Festus Keyamo San, and Information and Culture Minister Lai Mohammed. The session debated the status of the CECPC chairman and whether the party should proceed with the World Congresses beginning today. Buhari was awaiting a feedback from the vice president to enable him give a clear directive. A reliable source said the majority of participants at yesterday's session spoke in the right direction and supported the suspension of the congresses in order to avoid any consequences on the party's fortunes in 2023. They also favored a proposal to ask Buni to step aside in the light of the judgment. But Malami at the meeting said there will not be any legal or constitutional obstacle if Buni leads the caretaker committee to conduct the congresses. They were on the strong opinion that the judgment does not affect the status of Buni or APC. Those concerned are also pleaded that Buni should not be disgraced out of his seat. They demanded an ingenious way of resolving the aftermath of the judgment of the Supreme Court. Responding to a question, the source added, the VP is expected to get back to the president on the aggregate opinion of the meeting. Although the president mandated him to take appropriate action, he will still defer to the number one leader. The president was yet to take his final decision at press time. It was also gathered that there had been no communications between the vice president and Buni on the next step by the party. However, Buni, in a statement through his Director General of Press and Media Affairs, Mamam Mohammed, insisted that the World Congresses would go ahead. He pleaded with APC members nationwide to be peaceful during the congresses. He asked members to place the party and members' interests above personal interests and warned that APC would not hesitate to take decisive measures against anyone who deliberately sabotages the congresses. We have come a long way, repositioning the party. We have reconciled many groups and individuals. We must not allow personal interest in this election to divide us and draw us back, he said. Fear has gripped the All Progressive Congress, including President Muhammadu Buhari, over the verdict of the Ondo election dispute. PDP filed a suit challenging the candidacy of Rotimi Akeredolu. However, we know that Akeredolu came out victorious in that suit. However, the court left a hint, dropped a bombshell, which has created a lot of unease within the party, has stirred a lot of controversies, and a lot of persons demanding that Mai Mala Buni, who is the interim caretaker chairman, should resign, or else it might affect the party in future. That it's possible that the other parties, the opposition, is just waiting to use that as an edge against them. So it was during that judgment that the court stated that it's only an elective officer that can make some decisions, that can take some decisions, some actions, and can actually progress with certain things, with certain functions within the party. Everyone knows Mai Mala Buni was not elected. He was appointed by President Muhammadu Buhari after Adams Oshiomhole was sacked. So since the party has been shaken by this news, President Muhammadu Buhari had to call the VP. We know Buhari is not in the country at the moment. He called the VP, Vice President Yemi Osibanjo, to intervene immediately. He has ordered Osibanjo that they should gather all the legal practitioners Don't forget that it was one of the legal practitioners who raised this alarm. Kamayo Festus Kemayo raised this alarm that Bernie should just step down. Honorable Bernie is even a governor of a state. I wonder how he's managing the two together. Definitely one must be suffering, because even in their constitution, it states that a serving governor should not hold any other position. So Buhari is just a dictator, he's just doing things the way he wants it. The way he wants it. It's possible for APC to hold this convention. It has been possible ever since, but for one reason or the other, they elongated it. This interim committee was set up 25th of June last year. June is past, 1 year is past, and they sought another extension to December. The Congress is still not, the convention is still not held. The Congress is meant to hold today. What the argument is that, should they put the Congress on hold and sort out this issue of the head of this extraordinary convention planning committee, so that it will not be like this, all of this effort is in vain, everything is wasted. So all of the SANs, all of the legal practitioners, they all met, and so far so good. They still feel like it will not have any it will not have any effect on them. This might be a way. It might just be a way of sending APC finally out. Finally out. So the people that were summoned, that Osibanjo summoned, includes the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, Minister of Works, Babatunde Fashola, Minister of State for Labour and Employment, Festus Keyamo, and also the Information and Culture Minister, Lai Mohammed. They were all who were rubbing heads together to see how they can salvage this situation. It has turned the party apart. We know even before now the party has been going through a lot of crisis. Many chieftains in the party have previously kicked against this Mai Mala Bernie caretaker committee, that there's nowhere in the constitution that states that a caretaker committee should be heading the affairs, should be running the affairs of the party. That is not anywhere in their constitution. But because of President Muhammad Buhari, we know he's also the leader of the party. He's the one that appointed Bernie, so no one can even kick against it. And that is how Bernie has remained in that seat up till now. So we then send Bernie packing to save the All Progressive Congress, or hold on to Bernie and lose the All Progressive Congress, APC, lose their chances. They don't even have any chance, because this party, APC, has failed Nigerians. They failed woefully. God is just preparing their exit for them. Well, guys, let's hear your thoughts down below. APC, they are in serious panic right now over the verdict of the Ondo governorship dispute, after the judge dropped that hint regarding the leadership of the party. Let's hear your thoughts. Thank you once again for staying tuned. Please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe till I come your way again with more updates. Bye.